Hey Invincible family, it's Alan La here. Just wanted to share you this week's Thought of the Week. So, this week's Thought of the Week, I got this idea from over the weekend actually. So I was listening to a podcast from this lady named Marissa Peer. So Marissa is an amazing lady. She's a hypnotist and also transformational coach for toppers, the top high performers, athletes, CEOs, even the Queen, right? Our Queen, she's a personal hypnotist or consultant for the Queen. I've had the opportunity to have breakfast with Marissa about 3 years ago in Greece, and she's an amazing lady. The stuff she talks about just really just blows your mind, right? And so on the podcast, she was talking about this thing called the High Performance Club. And the High Performance Club is the top people who achieve success and achieve great things in your life, physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, anything. There's this club. And so she mentions this thing where if you want to be part of the club, you have to do what the members do. And she mentions one thing that all the members do. She says, one simple thing, right? Pay the price of the membership, which is all high performers, all extraordinary people, they basically do what they hate. It's about discipline, right? If you want to get fitter, obviously you know you have to come to train. You want to lose weight and feel more energy, you have to stick to a certain diet. So not everything we want to do, you have to enjoy, right? Because there's this mindset where everyone has where, oh, I only do what I enjoy, I only do what I love. Well, not everything that gets you to where you want to go, you're going to love. You know, getting up at 5 a.m. you're not going to love. So to give you an example, many years ago, I knew I had to prepare for my grading. When I was a kid, I knew I had to wake up every single day and go for a run right before I go to school. And so rain, hell or shine, it's raining right now. Rain, hell or shine, I used to get up in the morning and just go for a run. And I used to hate it. You know, when the alarm goes off, I hate it. But here's the thing. So she says, yeah, the first thing is all high performers do what they hate. So you build the discipline, the habit to do what you hate. The thing that you know that will get you to where you want to go, but you hate it, but just do it. What happens over time, you start to enjoy it. So it's so true. When I started running, the inertia at the beginning, I hated it. But as soon as you start running, you know, as you know, when you come to training, your blood's pumping, you're sweating, you're feeling good. You don't want to stop. You have momentum, and you want to continue. And she says, the next thing that high performers do, they use that momentum and continue, right? So how do you apply it here? Give you an example is you basically, sometimes you don't feel like training, sometimes you're sore, or as kids, sometimes after school, it gets hot, they're a little bit lazy. You just got to build that discipline, right? Leaders, do what you hate, especially if it's something good for you. Obviously, if it's something not good for you, don't worry about it. If it's something that's good for you, do what you hate, because that will take you to another level. Right, so I'll leave you a story that Marissa told. So she talks of this young man that she helped many years ago, and the young man, his goal is to be a rock star, right? And so at that time, for him to become a rock star, he knew he had to leave his mornings free. So during the morning, he needs to do his audition, needs to practice and all that stuff, because auditions only happen during the day. So that means that he can only find jobs at nighttime, right? So what he did was, all right, cool. So there's not many jobs at nighttime for him to do. So what he did was he started to be a taxi driver. So he started doing that. But after a while, he realized being a taxi driver wasn't enough. It wasn't earning him enough money. So he decided, okay, maybe I need to start working at McDonald's as well, right? So he was about to do that. And so that just so he can keep his dream alive. But he didn't like any of those jobs. He hated working at Macca's. He hated being a taxi driver. He just didn't enjoy it. But it was keeping his dream alive because it allowed him during the day to do auditions and to practice and do all these things. Just before he got his job to be at McDonald's, he got offered a job to be a drummer in a band, right? And so many years later, this band, it's a brand from England. I've not heard of. It's called Simple Minds. It's an old band, but yeah. Ultimately, he became a massive rock star, a massive drummer for this band, multi-millionaire, successful, tours around the world, and he tells this story. But the point is, a lot of people hear that story and they say, "Oh well, you know, that's awesome, but I would never want to work for McDonald's. I would never want to be a taxi driver." And then so Marissa Peer says, well, you're missing the point. all the people who say, well, I would not never degrade myself and do all these things that I don't want to do, that's why you're not a rock star, right? So the whole idea is high performers, we have the discipline, do what you hate, you know? Because when you do what you hate, because if he was willing to do what he hated. He was willing to do all these jobs that he didn't like because he knew that he needed the mornings to do auditions and to practice and to put in that time. He knew his dreams. And as part of having a dream, there are sacrifices. As part of getting to a next level, as part of being more fit, you have to make sacrifices to train. You got to put in time and energy to train, right? If you want to lose weight and get more energy, there are certain foods you need to sacrifice. Sometimes you got to do stuff you don't want to do. But by doing that, we elevate ourselves. So that's my thought of the week for you guys this week. It's about discipline. When we have the discipline to do what we hate, especially stuff that we know is productive and is good for us, just do it. And then over time, you will get the momentum. It will get easier and easier. Hopefully that helps. Comment down below if that helps for you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.